Good afternoon, everybody. Are you well? Are you there? I think when the gym part was written, that was obviously a bit of an oversight since I've been missing that part of my life. But I think the code does hide a lot, for today at least. So the brand and I think the first time when I looked at the brand specifically was when I was in law, and I worked at a law firm called BDLS Attorneys, and we wanted to get more out there as a brand itself, because people also buy into you as a brand in the law firm, not just for services. And it was the first time I actually started looking into it and in the Port Elizabeth sphere and see how you can get it and how you can get people to trust your brand as well. So a few years later, I left law and started Oracle Media, which has been my baby and something I feel really passionate about. And you can ask any of my staff that, apart from the brand, I also brand everything and anything I can. And if I could put tattoos on people, I would as well. That's supposed to be funny, but yeah. So the branding so where do you start specifically? Where do you look at it? There we go. So you have to ask yourself a few questions. What is the brand? Who's the brand? And what is branding specifically? So how do you look at that? If you have to look at your company and you say, we are the brand, what is that brand specifically? What does it stand for? There's various questions that do come up. So the brand can be many things. Very importantly amongst these things is the lived experience of the brand itself. And if you look at cars, for example, when you buy a car, was the service good? Was the after-service good? Was the mechanics good on the car? And also, obviously, servicing the car, booking in of that. That forms part of the brand. Because when you're interested in the brand, and say it's Audi specifically, do you buy the car because the car looks well, to a certain extent, but you also buy into the brand and what they've created over the past few years. A brand is a promise and what the company actually holds out at the end of the day. And if you look at the brand, the DNA is completely entrenched in that. If you look at Ralph Lauren, it's got great taste and it's a part of a status symbol. So when you wear that, people think, oh, wow, there you go. If you look at Apple specifically, which is a brand I completely love, it's innovative and it's hip. So when you look at the branding and how they do things out there, you really go, wow. Something you would have noticed with Apple is they never sell you their product, but they sell a story and they sell their brand specifically. So they won't necessarily go out and say, come and buy an iPad or an iPhone or whatever it is. They leave that up to the network provider specifically, and they market the products and they sell those products. And I think it's really wow in terms of Apple. So when you buy the product, you know it's going to be innovative, you know it's going to be wow, and it's going to be features which most of the other companies won't have. And funny enough, there is a few companies from China itself that's got even better products than Apple, but they haven't created a brand for them. And you don't know them, you don't connect to them, but you connect to Apple specifically on that. Being the same thing as if you look at Kirby that spoke earlier. If you think of Kirby in terms of Remax and property, you know she's passionate, you know you're going to get wow service for that, because it's a brand that she's created over the past few years for herself. And that's why a lot of people work with her. They buy into Kirby and they buy into the brand that she's created over the past few years. So how do you get your brand out there? How do you advertise it specifically? And how do you bring the message across, and a clear message to the public on who you are and what you stand for? You can do lots of marketing, but that's not advertising specifically. You first have to establish clarity about your brand and what does the brand stand for. So a lot of people will ask, what is that little face next to Oracle Media? It's a little Greek face. And that's what I wanted when I started the company. I wanted people to ask, what's the face all about? It creates a question. Someone's asking about it, and it creates conversation around the brand itself. Oracle, obviously in the word, all-knowing, all-seeing. Funny enough, it's actually from the movie Matrix, although you do get a software company, which is not in any way affiliated to us, or us to them. And you create a whole brand, because in terms of social media, Oracle is so much in terms of all-knowing and all-seeing in terms of the social media sphere. If you look at how social media is expanding, it's at a rapid rate where today we sell products for our clients on social media. It's not about posting on Facebook. It's about doing that direct targeting. Because when you signed up on Facebook and you gave them your email address and your cell phone number, they were able to find out a lot of info about you just from that. And we were able to target you specifically on those products. So today we sell cars for our clients on Facebook. We do universities intake, where students apply through Facebook to go and study there. It's the way forward. No longer do they use other advertising forums for that specifically, because you're targeting a younger market. And in a quote I'm going to give from Gary now, he believes in targeting the younger market, because the younger market is going to be around obviously a lot longer, but they're also the future of the world in terms of business. And if you look at Instagram, a lot of people look at Instagram and they go, it's all about posting that perfect picture of that six-pack or whatever you're eating. It's so much more. They announced this morning in America that they're going to be doing 15 seconds to 60 minutes videos now. An hour video on Instagram. They're evolving in terms of what people want to see. They want to see videos. Our target market for young people is on Instagram. And if you do that correctly, when they switch over to Facebook, when they're 25 and older, you would already be in their mind. But when you only start marketing to them on Facebook or any other platforms, it may be too late because your competitor may have that edge already. They may know the brand a lot more. And that's where social media specifically comes in. So that not only do you start your branding from there, the brand tells a story specifically. If you look at this, the essential truth of the branding and expression of it is organization, product, or service. It is communication, characteristics, values, attributes that clarify what the particular brand is and what it is not. Someone said to me that a brand are on shelves in clothing stores. And I think that is so well, not even 2012, 2000. A brand isn't on a shelf in a store. The brands are out there, and it's out there through social media specifically. Even if you look at the media, if you want to find a news source, a lot of it is through those platforms specifically on that social media. So you would go to that news house, you would go and read the articles there specifically, and you would share it. It's got a powerful message coming across. And I think we see it in the news, especially in America currently, where you know a lot more of what the president is doing and what he's not doing than you knew 20 years ago or 10 years ago, because of social media being so strong and bringing that message across. So that's my opinion in terms of the brand specifically, that it's not on the shelf. Most people want to be associated with that brand. They want to relate to it, they want to be in the space, they want to love it specifically, and they want to connect to it. So it's a brand that you need to create with people. So who's the brand? Who's I specifically? I think it's the owner. I think it's the employee. I think it's the clients, the future clients, and brand ambassadors. Or if you look at Instagram, those who've got influencers specifically, because they sell the products. I followed this couple, and I mentioned it yesterday at the Business Chamber when I was doing a workshop there, that influencers on Instagram it's a new thing. It's how you sell your product. And I'm following this couple who, they live in America, and what they do is, for the whole life, they travel from one country to another country, stay in hotels, and just put footage of the hotels and the food on Instagram. They get paid by the hotel to come to their hotel, they pay for their flights, they pay for their food, and they even get their luggage for free as well. So all they have to do is post about it, give a reference, and with Instagram and Facebook you can do direct links to track those followers specifically, and if they're clicking on it or not clicking on it. So you're not just throwing money into the air, you're tracking it specifically. But they're connecting to your brand through these people that you specifically see. Those brand ambassadors, the future clients, the employees, and so forth. So when I go out and I talk about my brand, you need to be passionate about it. You need to love it specifically. and you need to have knowledge about that brand. How many times when you talk to people, specifically when they work at a company, and you ask about the company, sometimes they're reluctant to talk about the company. And they say, oh, it's where I work, I studied it, so I'm now doing it. If you see the passion specifically and how they feel about it, you're more inclined to find out about that brand and get connected with it. So, why not brand your company specifically? And that's where branding comes in with the brand as well. Brand the people who represent your company specifically, but develop the brand, the values, being proud of it. All of these things I've just mentioned. And at Oracle Media, I literally brand everything. And to give you some examples, we literally brand all of these, from clothing to pull-ups, jackets, keyrings, magnets, diaries, notepads, gym towels, face towels, brand equipment, everything. When I go to the gym, or my staff goes to the gym, or clients, or wherever, I want them to have that Oracle Media gym towel in their hand. Because it's a brand that someone sees. Just like when you look at any other brand, you connect to that name. And it's that proudness of that values that come across. So when you look at the services of the company, and you go, am I interested in videography, graphic design, photography, or any of those, or just social media? How does the company come across to me? And do I want to be connected to that company as a brand as well? So if you look at today, for example, with technology, it's become so easy to do things. You can use the simplest of ways to go live, and if you look, we've got a cell phone going live today, or we have a 4K video camera. I can't see it, I think it's up there if I'm correct. There it is up there. You've got a 4K video camera recording it, or a normal Canon camera recording it. Technology is so easy that this cell phone can do very much that a massive camera up there can also do. And stream it out live for people to see, and connect to that brand, and we're talking about that brand specifically. So branding it is very important, showing off the brand, marketing the brand, and so forth. Yes, you are the brand of your company, and whatever you put out there is connected to it as well. So you need to protect the brand. So, do we have freedom of speech in 2018? That's the question that we need to ask ourselves nowadays, especially on social media. When you share your opinion, is your opinion connected to your brand, your company? Yes, it is. And how someone portrays your message that you're trying to get across, isn't this easy? Because they may look at it and go, I disagree with you. And the whole argument can ensue on social media. Something I saw in Port Elizabeth this week between two big brands specifically. And a lot of people look at it and they go, do I want to be connected to that brand, to that person specifically because of what I'm seeing now? And that's where you have to be very careful in terms of what you put out, comment, and so forth. But how does it affect your freedom of speech as a person in South Africa nowadays? Also, the window to your business, and this is what I say to people when I go and do my pitch to take over their social media. The window to your business is no longer outside where people are walking past. It's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you are. If I want to see what you're doing, I'll go to your Facebook, I'll check your quality out that you're putting up, the quality of video, quality of graphic design, and photos. And it'll give me an insight of your company. Because if you're proud of putting that picture up that looks blurry, then you're definitely not going to do any work for me. Because that's the image of your company, that's your brand that you're putting out there. So Instagram, all of these platforms are quite powerful, but depending on obviously what you want to put out there. So make sure that your reflection is true to what you actually want to put out there to people. Great quality. And I love following this man. I always have difficulty pronouncing his surname, so I'm going to say Gary. He said the following, so if you can read it with me as well. So the reason I'll be relevant in 50 years is because I've built a brand. If I continue to put out the best content on the internet, if I distribute it better than anybody else, if I impact the youth earlier than anybody, if I actually get them to buy into tactics and the work ethic that takes it to be successful, then you will also be successful. And then you will continue to share the stories of how I impacted your life and business on and on and on. And that's how he builds his brand. And he's built a fantastic brand this far. So it's a good man to look at, and in terms of how he comes across and how he builds his brand over the past few years, and how he wants to be relevant in 50 years still. So what you have to ask is, the brand that you're building today, what does it mean? What does it say to people? Is it successful? Does it reflect your company? And will it be relevant when you're no longer there in 50 years? Thank you so much.